Hey everybody, welcome back to school. It is Tuesday, April 20th. I am here with a bee book inspired by a bee when I was walking into school one morning and I noticed that its shadow was huge. So I'm going to read you a bee book. It's a bee book that I read every year because I love it so much. We have quite a collection of the backyard books. We have Are You a Ladybug? Are You a Dragonfly? Goodness, I forget what else, but we have a lot of them and I love them all. This one is called Are You a Bee? It's written by Judy Allen and Tudor Humphreys. Are you a bee? Perhaps you are a honeybee. If so, your mother is a queen. She looks like this and she lays eggs. Your life began inside one of her eggs. When you hatch, you are not a pretty sight. You are a larva. You are in a small room with 6 walls. It's called a cell. Your older sisters bring food. Eat it and grow. Grow until you fill your cell. One of your older sisters puts a wax ceiling on your cell. Inside your closed cell, you change a lot. When you are ready, chew a hole in the ceiling and climb out. Now you look like a bee. You have a hairy body with stripes, 6 legs, and 4 wings. You have 2 feelers on your head. You have a stinger. You are not alone. You have a few hundred brothers and thousands of sisters. You live in a nest built by your older sisters. Your nest might be in a hollow tree. It might hang down from a tree branch. Most likely, it will be inside a hive. Your brothers are drones. They don't do much. You and your sisters are workers. You do everything. You clean the nest, feed the larvae, take care of the queen, and build new cells. You fan the nest with your wings to cool it in the summer. You guard the nest to keep out strange bees. Busy, busy, busy. Leave the nest to fetch food from flowers. How will you know where to look? Your sisters will make up a dance to tell you. Watch the dance carefully. Don't worry, you'll understand it. You're a bee. There's a sweet liquid in flowers. It's called nectar, and it's hidden deep inside. This is not a problem. You have a long tongue. You can reach it. You also have a special stomach to carry it in. You'll get pollen dust all over you. Scrape it off with your front legs and put it in the pollen baskets on your back legs. When you get home, your sisters will help you put the nectar and the pollen into storage cells. Mix some of the nectar with pollen to make bee bread. Leave the rest of the nectar to turn into honey. Bee bread is good to eat. So is honey. If you find a new patch of flowers, be sure to tell your sisters. How? Dance, of course. More eggs hatch. More larvae turn into bees. The nest gets very crowded. What will happen next? The old queen, your mother, leaves. She takes you and a lot of your sisters with her. Deep in the nest, a royal larva is hatching. She is in a different kind of cell, and she is fed rich food called royal jelly. When she becomes a bee, she is a young queen. She flies away and mates with drones from another nest so that she can lay eggs. When she flies home again, she will be the new queen. Fly with your sisters. Follow the old queen. Stay together. You are part of a swarm. When the queen stops, swarm around her. Now you must build a new nest. But where? Maybe the queen will send scout bees to find a good place. Or maybe a beekeeper will find you and take you all to an empty hive. Why is this beekeeper dressed like this? In case you get flustered and try to sting. However, if your mother looks a little like this, or this, or this, you are not a bee. You are a human child. You do not have a hairy body with stripes on it. You do not have a long tongue. You do not have a stinger. It is very unlikely that you have hundreds of brothers and thousands of sisters. But you can do a lot of things that a bee can't do. You can still eat bread and honey, but you'll never have to fetch your food from flowers. Best of all, you don't have to be busy, busy, busy all day long. Did you know bees are happy to live in a hive because the beekeeper has already built part of the nest for them? If bees live in a hollow tree, they have to build the whole nest themselves. A worker bee can sting only once, then it dies, but a queen bee can sting many times. Bees carry pollen from flower to flower on their furry bodies. The pollen from one flower rubs off onto others and makes seeds, which will grow into new plants. The average worker bee makes 1.5 teaspoons of honey in her lifetime. And that is the end of the bee book. This bee book reminds me of the end of last year. I was reading to you guys from my house. And I remember I was reading a book and I had my back door to my kitchen open. And I heard this buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. So I got up and looked. And there was a swarm of bees. And they were so loud. And they were just swarming around outside my door. And then they just took off. And I did get it on video. So if you look back probably to about a year ago, you will see footage of the bee swarm outside my kitchen door. It was pretty exciting. I hope you love this bee book. Are you a bee? Welcome back to school, and I'll be back here tomorrow with another book, guys. Have a great day. Bye.